Labour Congress tax government over unemployment and minimum wage. House of Representatives ready to pass minimum wage bill. Agency for Control of AIDS advocates implementation of HIV workplace policy. Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff receives African Leadership Award. And in sports, Real Madrid set for Bayern Munich test. I am Anthony Momodu with the news on the hour on television, Nigeria. As the world marks the Workers' Day, which is also known as May Day, the Nigerian Labour Congress, together with its counterpart, the Trade Union Congress, observed the day with regular rally at the Eagle Square in Abuja, the nation's capital. TVN Imagbon Edukere was there and fired in this report.
As Nigerians celebrate Workers' Day, the federal government has pledged commitment to enhance workers' welfare and prosperity for all citizens. A statement by the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, called on workers to use the occasion to ponder on the positive outcome of the struggle for better working conditions and decent work environment. He says that the federal government places premium on the welfare of workers and all citizenry and has done so in a very transparent manner. Workers, however, insist that the government must review the minimum national wage to address current economic challenges in the country.
Because it's unfortunate that even our take-home cannot take us home. That is why we are now saying, okay, why can't you have a review? And the review is not out of place. That is why we now sat down, we have all the data concerned, we have all the analysis that let us have a 66,200.
On the fight against corruption, the workers say government is on the right track to reposition the public sector.
The corruption is minimal. You understand it? The other thing that the high expectation of the masses that the corruption will just be erased. It is step by step.
They also criticized recent remarks credited to President Muhammadu Buhari, where he described youths in the country as lazy.
Well, we have reservation for the future of the Nigerian worker, more so if national leaders term the youths as lazy. But of course, you can see for yourself. There's nobody that looks like a lazy man. We are hardworking people, we have responsibilities, we have families, and we are up to our responsibilities.
The workers expressed hope in the future of the country, insisting that Nigerians must remain steadfast in their hope on the country. From Abuja, Imabong Edukere, TVN News.
Meanwhile, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, says the House is ready to pass the minimum wage bill as soon as the executive forwards the bill for upward review. Dogara, in a statement to mark the 2018 Workers' Day celebration, signed by his special advisor on media and public affairs, Turaki Hassan, reiterated the desire of the House to provide a better life for workers. The Speaker said he was not unmindful of the struggles and hardship faced by Nigerian workers in their daily lives and expressed optimism that the federal government's Committee on Minimum Wage, currently conducting public hearings across the 6 geopolitical zones in the country, would soon conclude its assignment. As part of activities marking the Workers' Day, the National Agency for the Control of AIDS has called on the appropriate authorities to implement the HIV workplace policy and anti-discrimination law. In a press release signed by the agency's head of public relations and protocol, Toyin Aderigbe, the agency noted that the HIV response in Nigeria is encumbered with cases of employment-related stigma and discrimination, which it said had continued to constitute a major threat to the goal of ending the AIDS epidemic by 2030. The Director General of NACA, Dr. Sani Aliyu, expressed concerns that the pandemic of HIV/AIDS has become one of the most critical workplace issues of our time, adding that the organization will continue to collaborate with the International Labour Organization, the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, and other partners to ensure that employers of labour comply with the provisions of the National Workplace Policy on HIV and AIDS and the National HIV/AIDS Anti-Discrimination Act 2014. Still ahead, Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff receives African Leadership Award. More news stories after the break.
For almost a decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
Thanks for being there. Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai was conferred with the African Prize for Transparency, Selfless Service and Accountability in Leadership in Accra, the Ghanaian capital. TVN News correspondent Austin Peacemaker has more of the report.
African first independent nation, Ghana, hosted the Nigerian's Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, as he bagged the prestigious African Prize for Transparency, Selfless Service and Accountability in Leadership. The Army Chief, who has been globally recognized for his leadership role in dismantling the Boko Haram insurgents and quelling insecurity within the West African region, was represented by the charismatic General Officer Commanding GOC 81 Division, Major General Enobong Udo, at the award session in Accra, Ghana, accompanied by Brigadier General A.O. Alabi and Colonel S.O. Oloyede.
Courtesy of the Chief of Army Staff. Put it on together once again. Put it on together once again.
Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai during the event was highly commended for his selfless leadership role in the Nigerian Army, especially in tackling insurgency in the Lake Chad Basin region and other parts of the country.
As you are aware already, the Chief of Army Staff asked me to come here to represent him. He would have loved to be here personally, but because of other urgent matters of the nation and the Nigerian Army in particular, which is attending to, he could not be here by himself. He asked us to come here to represent him and to receive this award on his behalf. I have with me his acceptance remarks, and I'm going to read it verbatim.
In his acceptance speech, the Chief of Army Staff stated his determination to completely wipe out the remnant of the insurgents in the country. The Leadership Award, which brought together top Africans who are making outstanding mark in their various field of endeavor, was organized by the Late Times African magazine in collaboration with the Westview University, San Diego, California, USA. This landmark recognition has indeed reaffirmed and re-energized the Nigerian Army's key role as Africa's finest military might, upholding global standards in warfare and civil military relations. Austin Peacemaker, TVN News.
In sport, Real Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane does not think his future depends on winning the Champions League as they prepare for the semi-final second leg with Bayern Munich. Madrid, who are trying to win it for the third straight season, beat Bayern 2-1 in the first leg in Germany. Real are 15 points behind new champions Barcelona in the La Liga. The France legend, whose side have not been knocked out of Europe once during his 2.5 years in charge, has declared his intention to continue as coach of the club.
Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers. Equipped computer laboratory and library. Secured atmosphere. Extracurricular activities. And all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child. Comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence.
On the foreign scene, a nationwide power cut hit Ethiopia overnight after a technical fault at the massive hydroelectric dam. Power cuts are common in Ethiopia, but rarely on such big scale. The dam has caused controversy in Ethiopia and has been blamed for cutting the water supply to northern Kenya, causing Lake Turkana to shrink. Ethiopia is currently building an even bigger dam on the River Nile, which has led to diplomatic row with Egypt and Sudan. A 104-year-old scientist, David Goodall, has declared his intention to fly to Switzerland in early May 2018 to end his life with an assisted dying agency. Goodall, who is Australia's oldest scientist, does not have a terminal illness, but his quality of life has deteriorated and he has secured a fast-track appointment to get help to die. Exit International, which is helping Goodall make the trip, said it was unjust that one of Australia's oldest and most prominent citizens should be forced to travel to the other side of the world to die with dignity. Goodall, an honorary research associate at the Perth Edith Cowan University, made international headlines in 2016 when he was declared unfit to be on campus, a decision later reversed following international outcry. To end the news, a recap of the major stories. Labour Congress tax government over unemployment and minimum wage. House of Representatives ready to pass minimum wage bill. Agency for Control of AIDS advocates implementation of HIV workplace policy. Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff receives African Leadership Award. And in sports, Real Madrid set for Bayern Munich test. That's the news on the hour on television Nigerian. And do remember, boredom is a sickness whose only cure is honest work. Thanks for watching. I am Anthony Momodu.